Welcome to Auction version 4, the latest event management software tool from Auction Systems. This video is an explanation of how to renumber a group of items and how to change items from one type to another. To get to the Event Prep area, click the Event Prep button on the main Home Task ribbon. Renumber by group allows you to select an item type or a subset of items in a type and renumber them to an entirely different number range. You may decide that you would like to renumber all your sports equipment items that may currently have numbers in the 100 range to the 400 range. And in this event prep activity, you can also change an item or group of items from one item type to another. You may have a group of silent items that you wish to move to the list of live items, or bid board, or retail. To automatically renumber a group of items to a new number range or change an item type, in the ribbon of Event Prep Tasks, click Renumber by Group. If your organization has a license for version 4 Network Edition, in order to make changes to many item records in the Renumber by Group Event Prep task, you must click the Shared Access button and switch to Exclusive Access. If you have a single user license, you will skip this step. This is the Renumber by Group screen. Already some things have been picked for you. Along the main ribbon, Retain Item Type has been selected. Silent Items has been selected and the list of all existing silent items appears below, but you can change this to a different item type like Live or Retail if you choose. This list at the bottom is just a reference list, and you may filter this list further by adding a refinement or two, such as a specific category of silent items or a specific range of item numbers. The items in the lower list will also appear in the selected item list on the right, and this list has a proposed item number column that either will be filled in automatically or you will manually fill in this column depending on the renumbering strategy you pick. Click the Renumbering Strategy button and choose one of the following. Number sequentially, closing any gaps will mean that the items will appear in the same order as they currently are in, from lowest to highest, but in a new number range. And if any numbers were missing in the old number sequence, those same gaps will not be in the new sequence of numbers. Let's say that the current items in this list are in the 100s and you want to renumber them to the 400s starting with the item number 401. If in the original list of items that you also may have filtered down to a specific group of items by adding a refinement or two, there is an item number 101, 102, and 104, but no item 103. This strategy choice will result in renumbering the items to 401, 402, and 403. The gap in the original sequence will be removed. If your strategy is to retain gaps, then the new sequence for this same example will be 401, 402, and 404. The gap will still be there, and there will be no item 403. With either of these two choices, you must tell Auction what number to use for the first new item number. Auction will not let you use a number or range of numbers that are already being used for the same item type. So if you already have some silent items in the 400s, you must start at the highest next available number in the 400s. Also, once you picked one of these first two strategies and entered a new starting number, Auction will fill in the proposed new item numbers for these items for you. But there is one more strategy that you can choose. If you choose to renumber manually, you will be able to type in the new item numbers for each item in this column. But remember, you will not be able to use a number that is already being used by another item of the same type. Once the proposed new item numbers are agreeable to you, no matter which strategy you pick, the Assign Item Numbers button will be enabled. Click it and the item numbers for the items in the list on the right will be changed and their item entry forms are also updated. From Renumber by Group, you can also change items from one item type, like Silent, to one of the other item types, like Live or Retail. Click this Retain Item Type button to select Change Item Type. Then use the pull-down to pick the item type you want to change the items to. The list of items that are already in that type will appear in the list below for reference. Scroll through this list if necessary to see the last item number in this list. This is helpful because you won't be able to change any items until you tell Auction where to start the numbering for these items you're about to change. Now you must tell Auction which item type the items you wish to change are in now by clicking the button on the left. The items of that type will appear in the list on the right. If you only need to change a subset of those items, you can add refinements if necessary. This list will also contain the proposed item numbers these items will have once you change them from one type to the new type. Click the item you wish to move to the new type and then click Assign Item Numbers. The item will move from the list on the right to the list of items below, and the item entry form for that item will be updated from the old item type to the new one, and the proposed item number will be its new item number. Thank you for joining us.